The league has signed off on an historic new pay deal that'll see AFLW players receive a 29% pay rise. The 5-year deal will see men's players' wages rise by 37%. Players Association Chief Executive Paul March says details on mid-season trade are being finalised but could be introduced next season.
Players can see opportunity here with mid-season trading. We'll just work through the details and I'm sure we'll land something that works for everyone.
GWS defender Sam Taylor has shed some light on his likely matchup for tomorrow night's prelim final against Collingwood. The West Aussie says it could be any of Daniel McStay, Darcy Cameron or Mason Cox.
I reckon all three. Whoever goes through that, I assume I'll take. And then Bucks will take the running machine in Myercheck. So it is none of this being firm, but that's from my gut feel. Anything can change on game day.
And one NRL legend is already predicting who'll be at the grand final. The Panthers take on the Storm tomorrow night, followed by the Broncos and Warriors battling on Saturday night at Lang Park. And Chris Choppy Close is confident he'll make it through to the big dance.
I think it'll be a Broncos-Penrith grand final, but the Warriors last week, they were amazing, and so were the Storm. So who knows? We're really anticipating a wonderful competition here.
Australian Independent Radio News.
Linty Valley FM weather.
Wasn't quite ready for the weather there, so come very, very quickly. But I can tell you tomorrow will be a top of 17, 10% chance of rain about, but mostly sunny day. Saturday, a mostly sunny day with a little bit of cloud with a top of 21 degrees. Sunday, a foggy start, then a sunny day with a top of 24. And Monday, we'll see a mostly sunny and also a top of 24 degrees.
On your local station, 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, Drive.
Yes, big. Welcome to Thursday Drive with myself, Brett, for the next 2 hours. And big thanks to Eric for getting us through the afternoon with a little bit of Ted Nugent. Don't know whether I like Ted, but he seems to be a bit of an odd character. But hey, good to find out about Ted Nugent. And also, good to see that he's warming. Not Ted, Eric Roadkill is warming to a little bit of electric cars, I think. I don't know. He just gave me a dirty look. So maybe he isn't. Maybe it's all just a front. It's spring. I've got a few poetry gigs coming up, so that I'm featuring on. So I thought today we would do a bit of a literary show, as in, you know, songs kind of related to writing or poetry or such, interspersed with songs that aren't related to poetry or writing, because there's only so many songs you can find, isn't there? But let's kick it off. Thursday Drive off with this one from Frank Black, Headache.
a rainy afternoon.
How can I get more business? There has to be a way to let the local people know I'm here and what I do.
There is. Plenty Valley FM can get your message across with great rates and even a chance to sponsor your own program. Whether a small business or corporate, they can help. Up to 45% of all Australians listen to community radio. Take advantage. Call 9404 2111 during business hours.
Who are you?
Just the voice of a guy.
Nice Dax.
Thank you.
A little bit of a throwback to innocent times there. Jackson 5 with ABC. But on the phone at the moment, we have Peter Duncan from the city of Whittlesea. Welcome, Peter.
Good afternoon, Brett, and good afternoon to all the listeners out there.
It is a good afternoon. It's nice and warm out there at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been beautiful the last few days.
Yeah.
Where this weather keeps up.
Well, all the parks and gardens will be very busy, I'd imagine, over the school holidays.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, some community consultation is going on at the council, I believe.
Yeah, so we had a very big council meeting this past Tuesday night where we've endorsed 3 key draft strategies which are out for community feedback at the moment, and feedback will be open for the next 5 weeks, and we love to get the community's thoughts on things that we're planning to do, and these are really important. And it's one of them is the draft connected community strategy, and that's just how we will make the city of Whittlesea inclusive, safe and healthy, and a welcoming place where all residents are celebrated and supported. And then we've also got the long-term community infrastructure plan. That's a big word to say.
It is.
And that's a blueprint for investing in the buildings and spaces around the city of Whittlesea that promote access and services supporting health, wellbeing and lifelong learning. We've also got the draft Livable Neighbourhood Strategy, and that just sets out how council is going to approach creating and maintaining a well-planned and attractive neighbourhood with really great open spaces and town centres. We've got lots of other plans on the go as well, which we really want people to have a look at, and that's the Reserve Master Plan, and that's just getting consultation from residents about WA Smith Reserve in Laylaw, Sycamore Reserve in Mill Park, Mernda Recreation Reserve, Lowell Recreation Reserve in Epping, and Laylaw Recreation Reserve as well. And those plans are looking at how we can improve the safety, accessibility, and how we can really utilise and make these reserves really great for the next 10 years.
Okay, sounds a fair bit going.
Happening at the moment, yes.
Yeah, and also you've got the Aboriginal gathering place getting organised.
So we did sign off on Tuesday night at the council meeting the design and construction of the project, and so that's very exciting. So that will be located at the beautiful Quarry Hills Regional Parkland, and this has been 21 years in the making for the gathering place. So we're very, very excited to be finally getting this project delivered for our Aboriginal people, but also for non-Aboriginal people where they can come and learn about Aboriginal culture and share in the space as well. So we're very excited that that's going to start construction, and we're thinking that's going to start construction probably early to mid-2024. But all of this information is on Council's website, including the links to where you can offer your feedback on the consultation plans.
So a long time in the making, but finally getting it over the line.
Yes, a very long time. And the Whittlesea Reconciliation Group has been going for 21 years, and a few weeks ago they celebrated their 21st birthday. So we think it's, just a great alignment here that they are also seeing now their vision come to life with the Aboriginal gathering place. And as I said, up at Quarry Hills Regional Parkland, I'm sure some of your listeners have been up there, but it is a magnificent spot in the city of Whittlesea.
Yeah, that is. Another magnificent spot is the Granite Hills Major Community Park too.
Yes, it is. So last Friday, Council went and did a turning of the sod with Lily D'Ambrosio, Minister Lily D'Ambrosio. Mm-hmm. So that's very exciting. So that part of the park will feature nature-based playground, connections to the walking trails, a broad walk through to the wetland areas, and also lots of social space, which will have large undercover areas with barbecues and tables and obviously toilets and also changing facilities as well. So that's a significant project in sort of revisioning the Quarry Hills Regional Park, which is also spectacular. So, we're very excited about that, and we need to thank the state government that matched the contribution of $2.5 million. So thank you very much to the state government.
That's great. So quite a bit of work happening in the local parks.
Yes, absolutely. So there's a lot happening at that site, but it's going to be absolutely spectacular when it's all finished.
Sounds good. Now, what about the Youth Council?
Yes, so we also signed off that we're going to have a City of Whittlesea Youth Advisory Committee, which will formally become the Youth Council, so like a mini council next year. Mm-hmm. And this is just a change to really empower the young people in the municipality to contribute to the governance of the municipality, bring their unique perspectives to the table and have their say on behalf of all the youth in shaping the future of the city, because it's really important to hear their voice.
Yes.
So we'll be opening that up to young individuals between the ages of 12 to 22 who live, work or study within the city of Whittlesea, and recruitment for that council will start in early October.
Oh, fantastic. So is that combining also with the community leadership program? Is that a crossover there?
Yes, it's sort of a crossover. So the youth one, obviously, as I said, is 12 to 22-year-olds, but we've also got the community leadership program. And so expressions of interest are open actually now for the next intake, and it's a free program, and it's really a great thing, I think, to educate and equip people in the city of Whittlesea with the skills and knowledge that they might require to create a positive impact within their community. And it's also great because it helps people understand how to lead community projects, establish personal and professional connections, and also learn about local government for those that may be passionate that want to stand for council election. So applications are open till next Tuesday, the 26th. So please, I encourage all of you, if you're interested in just doing something a bit better, and as I said, it's no cost, it's free, please sign up by next Tuesday and come along and attend the program.
That sounds good. And with spring in the air, everyone's out and about and hopefully excited to do stuff.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I think all of a sudden spring just sprung up really, and so now everyone's sort of out and about. So it's a great time for us to be launching all of these consultation projects, but also, as I said, the leadership program as well. I think we'll probably get more people interested than if it was a bit of a dreary winter. So
well and truly, and using the park, so that's good.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Now, is your football team in the finals still?
No, they're not. I'm a poor old sad North Melbourne supporter, so I think I've got a few years to wait.
Just, I thought I'd better ask. It is Melbourne, it is spring, and, you know, we need to find out these things.
Exactly. Well, Brett, is your team in the final?
No, I'm the Sydney Swans, so alas, close but not close enough.
Well, there you go. So we've both missed out this year. Hope maybe next year. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Do you know what? It's a nice burden to shed. You don't have to care anymore. So, all right, Peter. Thank you so much for chatting away with us here, and we'll catch you in the coming weeks.
Thanks, Brett, and I hope everyone's enjoying the school holidays and getting out and about in all the parklands around the municipality.
I'm sure they are. All right. Thanks, Peter.
Bye.
There you go. Peter Duncan from the city of Whittlesea telling us what's happening throughout the local community and with the council there.
How can I get more business? There has to be a way to let the local people know I'm here and what I do.
There is. Plenty Valley FM can get your message across with great rates and even a chance to sponsor your own program. Whether a small business or corporate, they can help. Up to 45% of all Australians listen to community radio. Take advantage. Call 9404 2111 during business hours.
Who are you?
Just the voice of a guy.
Nice Dax.
Thank you.
22 minutes past 4 o'clock. It's Thursday Drive with myself. A bit of a literary kind of edition of Thursday Drive. And I thought I'd play you something from Billy Bragg's third album, because it says it on the front, the difficult third album. It's talking with the taxman about poetry, and where better to write something than in the warmest room. Billy Bragg.
A rainy afternoon, spent in the warmest room. She laid before me and said, yes, it's true that I've seen some naked men. As she made for the door, leaving me on the floor. I wish I'd done biology for an urge within me wanting to do it then. And here she comes again, and I'm sitting on my hands, and she sings to me that siren song. Here she comes again, and I'm biting my lip, it won't be long. As Brother Barry said, when he married Marion, the wife has three great attributes: intelligence, a Swiss Army knife, and charm. That's not enough sometimes, and she could speak her mind, and told them all that she believed the only way to disarm is to disarm. And here she comes again, and I'm sitting on my hands, and she sings to me that siren song. Here she comes again, and I'm biting my lip, but it won't be long. I know you be blind, but I've become inflamed with thoughts of lust and thoughts of power, thoughts of love and the thoughts of chamomile. We have such little time at your place or mine. I can't wait till we take our blood tests. Oh baby, let's take our blood tests now. And here she comes again, and I'm sitting on my hands, and she sings to me a siren song. Here she comes again, and I'm biting my lip, but it won't be long. Here she comes again, and I'm sitting on my hands, and she sings to me a siren song. Here she comes again, and I'm biting my lip, but it won't be long. Here she comes again, and I'm sitting on my hands, and she sings to me that siren song. Here she comes again, I bite my lip and I'll take a trip, but it won't be long. It won't be long.
Billy Bragg there, The Warmest Room, taken from the album Talking with the Taxman about poetry. It is 4:26. I'm going to play you a 6-minute song, but then I realised it's going to go past the half hour, and that's not good radio, is it, if you're not sticking to the time calls? So I'm quickly organising another one. I'm going to play you, let's do track 4, this one from The Breeders, Divine Hammer. Quick message, and we'll check on that weather.
Emergency, police, fire or ambulance?
Yeah, I'm just passing through.
Police, fire or ambulance?
I could see a whole lot of smoke.
What town are you calling from?
I'm on a mobile phone.
I need the town.
Yeah, there it is. I can see flames. It appears to be a kid or something at the window.
Yes, okay.
You guys are better. Our
I just...
serious.
Hello?
000's sole job is to connect you to emergency services. If you stay focused and just answer the prompted questions, you'll get help faster.
The weather, Friday, mostly sunny with a top of 16 degrees. Saturday, mostly cloudy, 20 degrees. Sunday, fog, then sunny, 25 degrees. And then Monday, mostly sunny, 26 degrees. It definitely sounds like spring in Melbourne with that vast array of temperatures and weather conditions, doesn't it?
This is Drive with Brett Ditchfield.
88.6, 88.6, 88.6.
Now, when Tina Weymouth is not doing things with Talking Heads, she's got a little side project with her, I don't know whether they're still married, with her then husband, Chris France, called the Tom Tom Club. And this is them, the Tom Tom Club, with Woody Rapping Hood.
Words of skill and words of romance are uphill. Words are stupid, words are fun. Words can put you on the run. Mots pressés, mots sensés, mots qui disent la vérité. Mots maudits, mots mentis, mots qui manquent le fruit d'esprit.
Wordy Rapping Hood. The Tom Tom Club. 4:37. I played that. Well, it's a literary edition because I've got a couple of poetry gigs coming up Saturday and Wednesday night in Eltham. But the Saturday one, I've been invited to be the featured poet at Cherry Poets down in Cremorne at the Cherry Tree Hotel there. And a big thanks to Steve Smart. Very honoured to be invited down to read some poetry. It kicks off at 2 o'clock and there is an open mic too. So if you want to pop on down, bring some of your own poetry and you can read it in the open mic section. So yeah, thank you, Steve Smart, for doing that. So I'm going to play some poetry. A lot of people think poetry is rhyming, and yes, poetry that rhymes is both the easiest and also the hardest form of poetry, I think. It's easy to just throw some words together that sound the same, but if you're trying to get a message across, it's hard to find the words that rhyme properly. So hence I'm more into the free verse, the spoken word. I've got a couple of examples I'm going to play you, such as this one from Tom Waits. It's entitled, "What's he building in there?"
What's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? He has subscriptions to those magazines. He never waves when he goes by. And he's hiding something from the rest of us. He's all to himself. I think I know why. He took down the tire swing from the pepper tree. He has no children of his own, you see. He has no dog. He has no friends. And his lawn is dying. What about all those packages he sends? What's he building in there? With that hook light on the stairs. What's he building in there? I'll tell you one thing, he's not building a playhouse for the children. What's he building in there? And what's that sound from underneath the door? He's pounding nails into a hardwood floor, and I swear to God I heard someone moaning low. And I keep seeing the blue light of a TV show. He has a router and a table saw. And you won't believe what Mr. Stitches saw. There's poison underneath the sink, of course. But there's also enough formaldehyde to choke a horse. What's he building in there? What the hell is he building in there? I heard he has an ex-wife in some place called Mayor's Income, Tennessee. And he used to have a consulting business in Indonesia. But what's he building in there? He has no friends, but he gets a lot of mail. I'll bet he spent a little time in jail. I heard he was up on the roof last night signaling with a flashlight. And what's that tune he's always whistling? What's he building in there? What's he building in there? We have a right to know.
I walked the streets and hugged the walls. I see a canal and think waterfalls. And there are numbers, long distance numbers I could call. And there are faces, long distance faces I can't recall. Round here at all. I see the shops and I walk on by. My soup-stained vest, my critical eye. Given two choices, two clear choices, I take both. And there are secrets that I could tell, but I won't. No, I won't. All right. I got a notebook and I got a light. My head is loose, my jacket's tight. A poet walks and the path is bright. And there are visions like a spell I can't break.
Walks, Robert Forster.
Northeast Citizen Advocacy, an independent community organisation, is encouraging community members from the Banyule, Darebin, Nillumbik and Whittlesea areas to reach out with the Stories for the Disability Royal Commission. Stories can include any form of abuse, neglect, exploitation or violence towards anyone who has a disability. Our advocates will provide you with a safe and confidential discussion, protect your rights and answer any questions you have about the Disability Royal Commission. Please contact Nika on 8407 3684 or find us on the web citizenadvocacy.com.au.
4:47. Let's have another spoken word. This is from Kurt Vonnegut. It's Tok Tik is the name of the title, and the music in the background is Simon Heslev, who is a Melbourne musician. So rather a beautiful one, I think, and basically poetry or spoken word. Kurt Vonnegut.
Billy Pilgrim could not sleep on his daughter's wedding night. He was 44. The wedding had taken place that afternoon in a gaily striped tent in Billy's backyard. The stripes were orange and black. Billy padded downstairs on his blue and ivory feet. He went into the kitchen where the moonlight called his attention to a half bottle of champagne on the kitchen table, all that was left from the reception in the tent. Somebody had stoppered it again. Drink me, it seemed to say. So Billy uncorked it with his thumbs, didn't make a pop. The champagne was dead. So it goes. He went into the living room, swinging the bottle like a dinner bell, turned on the television. He came slightly unstuck in time. Saw the late movie backwards. Then forwards again, then forwards again, then forwards again. It was a movie about American bombers in the Second World War and the gallant men who flew them. He came slightly unstuck in time. Seen backwards by Billy, the story went like this. Full of holes and wounded men and corpses, took off backwards from an airfield in England. Over France, a few German fighter planes flew at them backwards, sucked bullets and shell fragments from some of the planes and crewmen. Same for wrecked American bombers on the ground, and those planes flew up backwards to join the formation. The formation flew backwards over a German city that was in flames. The bombers opened their bomb bay doors, exerted a miraculous magnetism which shrunk the fires, gathered them into cylindrical steel containers, and lifted the containers into the bellies of the planes. Devices of their own, which were long steel tubes. They used them to suck more fragments from the crewmen and planes. But there were still a few wounded Americans, and some of the bombers were in bad repair. Over France, though, German fighter planes came up again, made everything and everybody as good as new. When the bombers got back to their base, The steel cylinders were taken from the racks and shipped back to the United States of America, where factories were operating night and day, dismantling the cylinders, separating the dangerous contents into minerals. Touchingly, it was mainly women who did this work. Specialists in remote areas. It was their business to put them into the ground, to hide them cleverly, so they would never hurt anybody ever again. Turned in their uniforms, became high school kids. And Hitler turned into a baby, Billy Pilgrim supposed. That wasn't in the movie. Billy was extrapolating. Everybody turned into a baby, and all humanity, without exception, conspired biologically to produce two perfect people named Adam and Eve. So it goes.
And so it goes. Kurt Vonnegut and Simon Heslev there with Tok Tick. A little bit of backing kind of does make poetry a little bit more accessible or agreeable to a lot of people, doesn't it? So, yes, very, very beautiful track there. It is 6 minutes away from 5 o'clock. Let's do this one from the Spotswoods. From the Orb Weavers, local band with their song Spotswood.
Down by the river where the factories lie, and the west gate stretches across the sky. I've lived north and I've moved south, but I always return to the river mouth. From the city, all the secrets pour through the pipes that we laid 100 years ago. Love and ruin in the straining wells, rags and bodies and teeth and gold. Laboratory, a labor that I'd be brought back here to you. No stranger thing than how we're drawn back to the place from which we're born.
Sliding the Orb Weavers down because 5 o'clock news is fast approaching. I'm going to squeeze in this next track. Here we are. The Needle and the Damage Done.
I caught you knocking at my cellar door. I love you, baby, can I have some more? Ooh, the damage done. I hit the city and I lost my band. I watched the needle take another man. Gone, gone, the damage done. I sing the song because I love the man. I know that some of you don't understand. Milk blood to keep from running out. I've seen the needle and the damage done. A little part of it in everyone. But every junkie's like a setting sun.
Until 6. This is Drive on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM.
This is Plenty Valley FM News.
Hello, I'm Terry Daniel. Australia's response to COVID-19 will go under the microscope in a major inquiry led by health and economic experts. Federal politics reporter Zach De Silva has more.
Tens of thousands of Australians died during the pandemic and governments spent billions of dollars keeping the economy afloat. Now an inquiry will investigate what was done well and where the response could improve. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says it'll help us prepare for future health emergencies.
This pandemic is not likely to be the last one.
The probe will examine some state issues but not decisions they made independently. Opposition leader Peter Dutton says the PM is shielding Labor premiers from proper scrutiny.
I think there's a huge opportunity that's missed here to learn the lessons.
The inquiry has 12 months to hand down its final report. In Canberra, Zach De Silva.
Voter enrolment has reached a record high ahead of the Voice referendum. 97.7% of eligible Australians are registered to vote on the 14th of October. Enrolment has risen by more than 2.5% since last year's federal election. There are growing concerns over emergency response wait times across Queensland. Chloe's partner was experiencing symptoms similar to an aneurysm before quickly going downhill. She called for an ambulance but was told it would be quicker to find another way to hospital. Chloe says she was shocked.
It's, I guess, just a stressful experience when you don't know what's happening, and obviously you rely on the ambulance service. I know it's not the ambos themselves, the paramedics do a great job, but obviously that's how under-resourced it is, that you're better off just driving yourself in an emergency situation.
US researchers have found a link between women who eat ultra-processed foods and an increased risk of depression. Products containing artificial sweeteners are of most concern. Dietitian Melanie McGrice says it's all to do with gut health.
Certainly something to do with the gut-brain axis. Our gut microbiome, so the food we eat impacts our gut microbiome, and that impacts the nerves going to our brain and has a whole host of benefits on mental health.
A made-to-order blanket hoodie is being recalled because it doesn't have the required fire hazard labelling. Anyone who bought the product from online retailer FaceSwag is being told to contact them. There is a risk of serious burn injuries if the wearer is exposed to heat or flames. Major brands, including Adidas and Nike, are being accused of reducing the salary of workers in overseas factories, pushing them further below the poverty line. A new survey from Not-for-Profit Action Aid has found 85% of employees at 15 Cambodian factories claim their salary isn't enough to support them. Executive Director Michelle Higland says consumers should be concerned.
Most of these workers are working a 6-day week but don't even have enough money to feed their families or put a roof over their heads. But what our research found actually is that wages of workers in Cambodia have actually gone backwards over the last 3 years while these big brands continue to increase their profits and, of course, the cost of the sneakers that we pay for.
Briefly in other news, former Treasurer Josh Frydenberg has put his political career on hold, becoming the chairman of major investment bank Goldman Sachs. And firefighters are battling more than 80 bush and grass fires across New South Wales. Around 30 of those are uncontained. This is Air News. The AFL has finalised an historic new pay deal for its players. Eddie Summerfield reports.
The deal sees a pay increase for male players by 37% by 2027, the average player's salary to reach $519,000, paving the way for a $2 million player, incoming Chief Executive Andrew Dillon.
Well, ultimately that's up to the clubs, they've got to manage it within a salary cap.
There'll be more Thursday night footy with clubs to have 3 5-day breaks. Details of mid-season trade are being finalised. Players Association President Patrick Dangerfield.
It's the unintended consequences that are the things to work through.
The deal includes AFLW players too, a 29% pay rise, a landmark pregnancy policy and more games if television and crowd metrics are met. Leeds captain Kate Hoare.
The AFL's going to work with clubs and players to be able to maximise and hopefully reach those metrics.
In Melbourne, Eddie Summerfield.
NRL and Melbourne Storm coach Craig Bellamy is explaining why some of his players trained in Panthers jerseys ahead of tomorrow's preliminary final. Penrith players admit they giggled when they saw the footage, but Bellamy says it's a psychological technique they've used many times before.
When we saw the face good opposition, we just sort of remind the players who we're playing, and with having our reserve grade guys just wearing T-shirts of the opposition. So the idea is just to remind us who we're playing against, and what their strengths are and who their players are.
And things have gone from bad to worse for the Wallabies. Rising star Max Jorgensen ruled out of the rest of the World Cup after breaking his leg at training. Australian Independent Radio News.
Tune in to Hidden Gems each Tuesday between 2 and 4 to hear Your Business is Our Business, a podcast series that helps to navigate the planning, startup and expansion of your business in Nillumbik Shire Council. Learn how the Council's planning and business concierge service can help to seek advice early, avoid costly mistakes and get faster decisions. Find out which permits may be relevant to your business and what free council support is available. Download from Spotify or Apple or visit nillumbik.vic.gov.au/business-podcast. Proudly supported by the Victorian Government's Business Friendly Council Approvals Program.
Station sponsor, Plenty Valley FM weather.
A mostly sunny day tomorrow with a warm 16 degrees. Well, maybe not so warm. Saturday, mostly cloudy, 20 degrees. Sunday, a foggy start, but then a sunny day with a top of 25 degrees. And Monday will be mostly sunny with a top of 26 degrees.
On your local station, 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, Drive.
Yeah, slowly transitioning into second hour of Thursday Drive. Hey, big welcome if you've just left your place of employment, jumped into the car and battling. Well, the traffic's not too bad because it is school holidays, but welcome anyway. A bit of a literary kind of theme to the show because I've got a few poetry gigs coming up. Next Wednesday at Platform 3095, I'm featuring there. So I'll tell you about that later. And also another little special gig from another Plenty Valley FMer that's happening on Saturday night. But why don't we I'm going to play you some spoken word from, well, he kind of puts a little bit of muscle on the spoken word, a little bit of muscle to the poetry. I'm not going to say punk poetry because that title goes to John Cooper Clarke, who I do have some and I may play. I just don't have a great recording of John Cooper Clarke, no matter where I've gone, either from CDs or that I have purchased. It's just not a great recording of it. I think because it was back in the 80s and he never really recorded anything in the studio. So I'll have another little listen off air and see if it is worth putting to air. But I'm going to play you this. He's used to be out the front of Black Flag, but I think he has made far more money touring the world with his spoken word tours. This is Henry Rollins with the track I Think I Know You.
I know you. You were too short. You had bad skin. You couldn't talk to them very well. Words didn't seem to work. They lied when they came out of your mouth. You tried so hard to understand them. You wanted to be part of what was happening. You saw them having fun. And it seemed like such a mystery, almost magic. It made you think that there was something wrong with you. You'd look in the mirror trying to find it. You thought that you were ugly and that everyone was looking at you. So you learned to be invisible, to look down, to avoid conversation. The hours, days, weekends. The weekend nights alone. Where were you? In the basement? In the attic? In your room? Working some job? Just to have something to do? Just to have a place to put yourself? Just to have a way to get away from them? A chance to get away from the ones that made you feel so strange and ill at ease inside yourself? Did you ever get invited to one of their parties? You sat and wondered if you would go or not. For hours you imagined the scenarios that might transpire. If they would laugh at you, if you would know what to do, if you would have the right things on, if they would notice that you came from a different planet. Did you get all brave in your thoughts, like you were going to be able to go in there and deal with it and have a great time? Did you think that you might be the life of the party, that all these people were going to talk to you and you would find out that you were wrong, that you had a lot of friends and you weren't so strange after all? Did you end up going? Did they mess with you? Did they single you out? Did you find out that you were invited because they thought you were so weird? Yeah, I think I know you. You spent a lot of time full of hate. A hate that was pure as sunshine. A hate that saw for miles. A hate that kept you up at night. A hate that filled your every waking moment. A hate that carried you for a long time. Yes, I think I know you. You couldn't figure out what they saw in the way they lived. Home was not home. Your room was home. A corner was home. The place they weren't, that was home. I know you. You're sensitive, and you hide it because you fear getting stepped on one more time. It seems that when you show a part of yourself that is the least bit vulnerable, someone takes advantage of you. One of them steps on you. They mistake kindness for weakness, but you know the difference. You've been the brunt of their weakness for years, and strength is something that you know a bit about because you had to be strong to keep yourself alive. You know yourself very well now, and you don't trust people. You know them too well. You try to find that special person, someone you can be with, someone you can touch, someone you can talk to, someone you won't feel so strange around. And you found that they don't really exist. You feel closer to people on movie screens. Yeah, I think I know you. You spend a lot of time daydreaming, and people have made comment to that effect, telling you that you're self-involved and self-centered. But they don't know, do they? About the long night shifts alone, about the years of keeping yourself company, all the nights you wrapped your arms around yourself so you could imagine someone holding you, the hours of indecision, self-doubt, the intense depression, the blinding hate, the rage that made you stagger, the devastation of rejection. Well, maybe they do know. But if they do, they sure do a good job of hiding it. It astounds you how they can be so smooth, how they seem to pass through life as if life itself was some divine gift. And it infuriates you to watch yourself with your apparent skill in finding every way possible to screw it up. For you, life is a long trip, terrifying and wonderful. Birds sing to you at night. The rain and the sun, the changing seasons are true friends. Solitude is a hard-won ally, faithful and patient. Yeah, I think I know you.
88.6 Plenty Valley FM.
If you're into trash disco, Saturday night with Ron Edmonds, well, you're in for a treat because this Saturday at Platform 309 in Eltham, they're running an 80s night. It's an event by Fascination 80s and DJ Eddie, which is Ron. And tickets, $15 will get you in. They're bringing the UK 80s club scene to Eltham, 9 p.m. till late, $15 at the door or cheaper online. It just isn't any old 80s DJ night. They're bringing a mix of the Hacienda and London clubs together for a night of fun and dancing. Expect to hear your favourite 80s artists like Duran Duran, New Order, Joy Division, Spandau Ballet, Soft Cell, Culture Club, Depeche Mode, The Cure, The Smiths, Dead or Alive, and much, much more. Did someone say The Cure? This is The Forest. A Forest, not The Forest. You can get your tickets to Saturday night's 80s alternative dance party on eventbrite.com.au. Google that and follow the links. Kraftwerk, The Model. Just a small sample of music that you may hear this Saturday night from 9 p.m. down at platform 3095 for the 80s dance party that Ron from Trash Disco is DJing, so get yourself down there. And then if you come down to platform 3095 on Wednesday the 27th, you'll be able to hear me do some spoken word, which includes that very track from Kraftwerk, The Model, about a little bit of teenaged angst. And if anyone can play that song, be it bass guitar, harmonica, squeeze box, or even kazoo, I'd love for you to come down and play it while I recite that. In the past, I've done it with a bass player and also with a ukulele too, but alas, they're not in town anymore for me to team up with them. So if you want, bring down your musical instrument to Platform Poets next Wednesday night from 7 p.m. and you can play along while I do some spoken word to Kraftwerk's The Model. Speaking of spoken word, let's get a little bit from one of my favourite local poets, Sean M. Whelan. He has joined with the Interim Lovers to put out a little CD called Softly and Suddenly. It's a kind of a poetic interpretation of the hunting of the snark, and I'm going to play you track 5 from this little CD entitled The Hope and Care Paper Company.
Ballard sits in the bakery holding the map. He holds it up to the light and for the first time notices the watermark of the company that produced it. H&C. The Hope and Care Paper Company. It's been a week since he got to his feet on that dusty bank and found an empty space in the blank piece of paper where Betsy once stood. Ballard had walked along the river hoping to find some clues to her disappearance. What the hell happened back there? He had tried to reimagine the chess game in his head between the butcher and the beaver. It had seemed significant at the time. Ballard imagined each move as the real map to overlay on the sheet of paper he now held. As he had reached the Chandler Highway Bridge, he felt a swelling of sadness in his chest at the thought of Betsy crossing to the side of nothing and not returning. How do you find your way to nothing? Ballard had been pretty sure for a long time now that love was an empty book. But now Betsy seemed like the handwriting that could fill it. The cars kept passing on the bridge overhead as if nothing had ever happened. Ballard tried to throw his spirit into a passing station wagon so he could strip himself from this. And for a brief, blank moment he could feel the lightness of ignorance in the company of strangers. But his spirit kept snapping back into his chest, like on the end of a rubber band. It grew dark. The lights of the cars passing over the bridge rolled and spun into letters spelling out, "She's gone. Go home." So he did. Then he spent the next week putting all the food in his cupboard into alphabetical order because he didn't know what else to do with himself. But he couldn't decide if condiments should be filed under type or brand. Ballard drew a picture of her face. Although her features were already getting more difficult to remember, he cut it out into a circle. He placed the drawing of Betsy upon the label of his Graham Parsons LP, and then he put the record on his turntable, and he slowly turned the vinyl backwards to try and unwind her out of his heart. But it was a foolish plan, as mixing country music and heartache has never erased anything from this world. And only served to entangle her more around the bones of his rib cage. He Google mapped the field where the horses lived, and he was surprised to see two shadows that looked just like the horses standing there, but from above. And then just opposite the horses, two more shadows, like people, like him and her, like Betsy and Ballard. Ballard zoomed in, but the pixelation only turned the mystery into tiny boxes and revealed nothing at all, except one hand seemed outstretched, and it looked like it was holding something.
Do you conduct a business in the Plenty Valley or surrounding area? If so, consider Plenty Valley FM 88.6 for your business promotion. Our rates are reasonable and results positive. Call 9404 2111 during business hours for more information.
5:31, the weather tomorrow, a mostly sunny day with a top of 16 degrees. Saturday, mostly cloudy, 20 degrees. Sunday, foggy start to the day and then sunny with a top of 25. And Monday, we'll see a mostly sunny day with a top of 26 degrees.
Don't look behind you, just straight ahead. Drive on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM.
Spell that would make you well. Right about love, it could be in any tense, but it must make sense. I know a trick. Forget that you are sick. Right about love, it could be in any form. Hide it to me in the morning. The seconds move on. If you watch the clock, and the sky grows down. If you're looking up, but the girl stays from thrill to thrill on the tightrope walk. On the tightrope walk.
That was Belle and Sebastian, Right About Love. This is the Staunton Lick.
This is basic plucking or the Staunton Lick. Hold down the chord of C. Pluck a fretted bass string with the thumb of the right hand. Then pluck the third, second and first strings all together with the first, second and third fingers of the right hand. with Staunton.
That's Lemon Jelly there. A little bit of a music kind of instructions there with the Staunton lick. Time's getting away, 20 minutes away from 6 o'clock. A couple of quick messages, and I've had a request for some John Cooper Clarke.
Your local station. Your local station. Your locomotion station. Your station with the location.
That's us. 88.6 Plenty Valley FM.
The Palestinian Community Association represents Palestinians across Victoria. PCA runs many activities for members, including a monthly gathering at Thomastown Library Hall, as well as all festivals, celebrations, day trips, and even camps. PCA also hosts children's activities and women-only events such as swimming. They also provide the Palestinian Seniors Club's activities as well. PCA aims to involve all age groups with activities so that no one feels isolated. For more details, visit the website palestine-victoria.org.au.
So there's The Drive with myself, Brett. John Cooper Clarke. He's an interesting character. Born 1949 in England, in Salford, and hence known as the Bard of Salford. Kind of, well, punk poet. He used to support, or he went on tour with quite a few kind of main independent 80s bands such as the Sex Pistols, The Fall, Joy Division, Buzzcocks, Susie and the Banshees, Elvis Costello, New Order. It goes on and on and on. He put his... he contributed, or he attributed his success to Pam Ayres, that English poet. Everyone knows Pam Ayres. She was very, very popular. But he and his mother saw her on TV, and it kind of gave him the faith or the belief that he could make a living out of poetry. So it's hard to believe that, yes, Pam Ayres has influenced John Cooper Clarke. As I said, this recording, it's professional. It's off a CD that I've got, a compilation CD from the 80s, but it is not that great. Anyway, this is John Cooper Clarke with, well, the title is at the end of this.
Like a nightclub in the morning, you're the bitter end. Like a recently disinfected shithouse, you're clean round the bend. You give me the horrors, too bad to be true. All of my tomorrows are lousy 'cause of you. You put the shat in shatter, put the pain in Spain. Your germs are splattered about, your face is just a stain. You're certainly no raver, commonly known as a drag. Do us all a favour here, wear this polythene bag. You're like a dose of scabies, I've got you under my skin. You make life a fairy tale, grim. People mention murder the moment you arrive. I'd consider killing you if I thought you were alive. You've got this slippery quality, it makes me think of phlegm and a dual personality. I hate both of them. Your bad breath vamps disease, destruction and decay. Please, 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 please take yourself away. Like a death at a birthday party, you ruin all the fun. Like a Sutton spat out smarty, you're no use to anyone. Like the shadow of the guillotine on a dead consumptive's face. Speaking as an outsider, what do you think of the human race? You went to a progressive psychiatrist. He recommended suicide before scratching your bad name off his list and pointing the way outside. You hear laughter breaking through, it makes you want to fart. You're heading for a breakdown, better pull yourself apart. Your dirty name gets passed about when something goes amiss. Your attitudes, platitudes just make me want to piss. What kind of creature bore you? Was it some kind of bat? They can't find a good word for you, but I can. Twat.
You shooting glance
Paul Westerberg there, Dyslexic Heart. When he's not out the front of himself solo, he's at the front of the Replacements, such as this one from the Replacements, Alex Chilton.
Drugs, endangered wildlife, weapons, child pornography and illicit tobacco. You never know what criminals will try to import or export from our country. Crime Stoppers Victoria and Australian Customs and Border Protection Service are working closer than ever to put a stop to this. But we need your help. If you have any information on illegal activity, whether it's happening in Victoria or crossing our borders, call Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000 or visit crimestoppers.com.au.
Van Beethoven, Take the Skinheads Bowling. And before that, we had the Replacements with Alex Chilton. It's time for me to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in for the literary edition. Catch you maybe Saturday night at Platform 309, 5 for the 80s night, or next Wednesday night from 7 p.m. there for Platform Poets. So, yeah, or get yourself down to the Cherry Hotel in Cremorne for Saturday afternoon from 2 o'clock for some poetry too. Hey, Wilco's coming out. And supporting Wilco is Leah Senior, who I have played the last couple of weeks because I have a new album. But I'm going to leave you this week with Billy Bragg and Wilco. I'm going to leave you with California Stars. So thanks for tuning in. Catch you next week. And, yeah, have a great week and enjoy that sunshine.